Ẹ káàsán gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá. Mo kí gbogbo yín pé happy new year. Mo dẹ̀ gbàdúrà fún gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá lágbàáyé wípé Ọlọ́run Elédùmarè á máa fún wa ṣe, ojú òní tì wá níbikíbi tá a bá wà lágbàáyé, especially ní ìlú Nàìjíríà. Mo fẹ́ fi opportunity yìí fi ṣe one small lecture kan láti lè draw attention wa to the primary reason why it is imperative that Yoruba must have their own country, or why Yoruba is becoming their own country. Who will take care of the thousands leading to millions of our graduates who are jáde kúrò ní our serious citizens of learning in the southwest and in other universities and citizens of learning all over the world? Àwọn mélòó? Most of us don't understand wípé Nigeria as a superstructure is playing a major role láti service gbogbo economic interest Great Britain. Without Nigeria, Great Britain will have a lot of issues and challenges tó jẹ́ pé wọn ò ní lè able láti lè solidify their quest for their own national development. It is because Nigeria is not real. It is because Nigeria is not organic. It is because Nigeria is fake. That is why the British colonial government decided to consciously created a lot of confusion by permitting the Fulani, whom they have an agreement with called Anglo-Fulani Pact of 1903, láti wá turn what become Nigeria today upside down. Most of the various peoples all across the 6 geopolitical zones in what they design as the 6 geopolitical zones in Nigeria do not understand that the ideas of creating local governments, the idea of creating state governments, all along the north and south divide, creating more senatorial districts for the north to the disadvantage of the south, and allowing illiterates to be employed in the public and the public sector and all other public services in Nigeria, at the detriment of those who are well informed and well educated. Using federal character and quota system was primarily to continue to entrench that designed historical vision of British everlasting imperialistic agenda over the most conscious ethnic nations within the Nigerian unholy amalgam. To jẹ́ wípé if Nigeria does not go, most of the peoples from various major nations whose civilization have existed for thousands of years even before the Western world gets civilized, their people will never amount to anything in life. That is why somebody who is not as informed as you are, tẹ́bá ṣọṣẹ exam fún qualification, wọn ò ní mú ìwọ. Those who have the same deficit, intellectual deficit, normal recruit ara wọn into a specific public service space láti promote certain undefined evil agenda, because wọ́n máa sọ fẹ́ni tó mọ̀ wọ́n yẹn gbọ́n bọ̀ wá overshadow àwọn ni. These are the culture, the Western world and their inheritors that refer to them as Nigerian leaders, and all other Nigerians at various strata of society. You got to entrench nìyẹn. So it will be difficult for anybody who is highly informed and who is not even willing to be part of aligning their ideological beliefs into such an obnoxious and dysfunctional system, to have a space for the person to have his talent, his intellectual resourcefulness engaged meaningfully to serve a purpose of taking care of himself and adding more value to the both political and economic society. Níbi tó bá life àwọn èèyàn wa dé nìyẹn nínú Nigeria, and the British want it so. But ìkọ́ make a wà wípé this particular superstructure cannot continue. It's the same thing that is making Mali, France, and Burkina Faso to ask the French to leave their country and break every chain of imperialism that the French have asserted over them for many years. The same thing now is what is making Ghana to take the Americans to pack their military base in Ghana and leave their country. Same thing is playing out in Cote d'Ivoire. Same thing is playing out in Senegal. Same thing has played out in Chad. And virtually African countries are becoming more conscious, because global crisis don't hinder the inability of Africans to be stabilized. These are the same elements who have encouraged bad governance and, been double-faced in terms of preaching we universal democratic principles and conceptual framework. These are same people to make it practically impossible for Africans to really enjoy with democratic practices. So if we must be free, we cannot be free within the context of Nigeria, because Nigeria itself is part of the problems of the human consent within the context of our heterogeneous misnomer that the British